All right, y'all, let's do some boxing talk here. I'm going to start out with Frazier Clarke and Fabio Wardley. Saw what happened in their first fight, and people was expecting the same thing to happen in the rematch. Now, you had people that also felt like the first fight probably took a lot out of both of them. They may not be the same. So to reproduce that same type of fight, you just don't know until fight night. But like I said, that could be the case. One guy could go in there and completely dominate. And when you saw what happened, first round, got Frazier Clarke out of there. You just never know what's going to happen until they get in the ring. Just like I said, this is why a lot of times people use the word upset, because the guy that was supposed to lose won. And a lot of times I feel like, that word is overused, and everything's not an upset. Sometimes guys are just better than what people want to give them credit for. Now, in this case, I don't know exactly who people, I don't remember who the favorite was, or if they even talked about that. But I don't think anybody really saw that coming. But like I said, you just never know. So, where does, Fabio Wardley go from here? We don't know. But Frazier Clarke, hope the dude is all right. He was, I don't know what happened, man. Like, he got hit sometime in nerves. I don't know. His mouth looked really crooked, like he was, I've seen fighters have seizures in the ring, But, yeah, that was a nasty combination of punches. He got rocked with several shots, leading up to that stoppage. But hey, that's boxing, and that's why, no matter who you want to win or how you think the fight's going to go, you just never know. Second fight I want to talk about was, Chris Eubanks Jr. fight. He said he could have got the guy in the first round, but you don't learn anything by knocking the guy out so soon. I mean, I understand people want to, because it looked like he could have got the guy there if he wanted to. It didn't look like, people were saying that the guy was hanging in there and it took him all that time. He talked about Turkey yelling out, finish him, and he just finally finished him. But it didn't look like he wasn't struggling, man. He just he fought. A lot of times you see guys in a fight and they fight the wrong type of fight. Even if they win, it's like you didn't have to do that. But pretty much he got the job done. I don't really, as far as Chris Eubanks Jr., he needs significant wins. He needs the type of wins where, in terms of like him, he's 33, 34 now. This is the type of age where someone who's had the type of career that he's had, they're trying to find themselves in the biggest fights that they can possibly get in, because, this is when time isn't on your side anymore. I really, I like Chris Eubanks Jr. as a fighter, I do. But 160 isn't deep. But 168 isn't even really deep anymore either when you really look at it, But Chris Eubanks Jr., I don't really know that anybody was really impressed with his win. Because in all honesty, a guy of that caliber, you want to get them out of there. But he chose to box and get some rounds in. It's his fight. It's up to him. Him and his camp, they did what they did to prepare for the fight, and it is what it is. I just don't really feel like nothing really happened in terms of that win where Chris Eubanks Jr. turned any heads, really. So we know that him and this guy, man, Conor Ben, man, this dude is weird, man. He walks up, he's being interviewed, and Chris Eubanks Jr. is doing, he's talking to some people. I don't know, maybe a good 25 feet away, 25, 30 feet away. And then I think the commentator said something to Conor Ben, and then Conor Ben yells out to Chris Eubanks Jr., hey, don't fuck up the bag. Don't fuck up the bag, right? And then he wants to approach him. Like, it was just like, why? Then he give him a shove. Like, this man is cutting weight. He has a fight he's going into. You and him are not fighting. Conor Ben, man, I don't know. It's just something about that guy, man. And the thing is, as a fighter, you always hear me say as a fighter, because I'm nobody's fan, and I don't know him personally to say, like, I don't know the guy personally, but as a fighter, I liked him as a fighter. His attitude, though, man, his arrogance, it's just like he's a very unlikable person. Like, I'm just looking at him like, first of all, you yelling, don't fuck up the bag. Then you shove the guy. And, like, he's doing all of this like you think they were fighting each other. And he's doing all of this talking, and I'm sitting there like, no, let's be honest, man. Conor Ben is another guy who after this fight, I don't know what this fight does for the other. Who's going to take them serious to, like, really look at them, like, putting them in a fight that's really worth something. This fight to me is like it's dead as far as I'm concerned. It's like, you know, him, the whole my dad fought your dad and all this, and like trying to carry that whole Eubank versus Ben. It had one thing, has nothing to do with the other. It really has nothing to do with the other. But Conor Ben's attitude, man, is like, he's the type of fighter you want to see lose. Like, he just has that mentality. I'm like, fair and square, yeah, I don't want to see nobody get robbed, get cheated, no. But I look at him and I'm like, man, what happened to this guy? But I guess he was always like that. But I focus on the fight. You know, the fight, the fighters, you know, the fight that the fighters are going to be in. It's not, you know, this fan type of stuff, but he's really an unlikable person, man. Like, in front of the camera anyway. I don't know if he's chill off camera, man, but I don't get along with arrogant people. I really don't. And he just has this arrogance about himself. It's like I don't know. I just his personality, when he starts to open his mouth, it's just like, I don't really want to even watch whatever interview he's doing. He just that feeling I have when he starts talking. And, you know, after, you know, he got caught, you know, for cheating, he comes back the very next fight that he has, no knockout, goes the distance, didn't look as ripped, didn't look as strong. Punches didn't have the same, you know, power behind him. And we're seeing that often with fighters now, where they get caught cheating, very next fight back, decision win, and they don't look the same. So, I don't know. We'll see where that goes. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Conor's younger than Ben, so he has more time left in the sport than Ben does. I mean, than Whitaker. Whitaker. What the hell am I talking about? Chris Eubanks Jr. And my thoughts are swimming in my head. And you know, I don't know, man. We'll just see what happens. But salute to Chris Eubanks Jr. for getting the win. You know, salute to Fabio Wardley for getting the win. And what I want to talk about also is Ben Whitaker versus Liam Cameron. Now, I told you guys before, you know, Ben Whitaker was entertaining in his fights. We know that the guy stepping up, you know, like, you have to see him climb that ladder and step up in competition. And, you know, he's been in some exciting, like entertaining type fights. When you step up in competition, it's different, of course. Now, some fighters like Pernell Whitaker, who played with Chavez and everybody the same exact way. You know, different skill levels. Now, I saw the fight, and I'm honestly, this is my take on it. My words is from nobody else's influence. This is my take on it. That little tussle on the ropes, it looked like Ben Whitaker tried to, like, turn my man and, like, throw him. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like he tried to throw him. Now, the landing, you know, I've had street fights. I've seen other people in street fights where you rumbling, you on the cement. You might get scrapes and bruises, but I mean, you're scrapping. I know as a boxer, man, you know, they make boxers look soft when that happens. Like, you take a tumble and all of a sudden you're leaving in a wheelchair. We saw Bernard Hopkins do the same thing, said his ankle was hurt and all that. I honestly didn't see, like, a swollen ankle or so. I don't know. But I didn't see, I don't know. I didn't see anywhere in that fall where he damaged his ankle. So, I don't know. But along with that little throw he tried to give him out the ring, Ben Whitaker was winning that fight. Ben Whitaker is by far a better boxer than this guy. This guy has been inactive. He has 6 losses, and what I believe, he was handpicked to make Ben Whitaker look good. I think Ben Whitaker took this guy lightly. I think he really thought, like, I'm going to smoke this dude. And I think most people thought the same thing. And that guy came in there and was taking whatever Ben had, and he hurt Ben. And I don't know, man, that Ben getting hurt and maybe a little more exhausted than usual, you know, I don't know. It looked like to me Ben Whitaker wanted a way out that fight. That's what it looked like to me. Listen, I mean, I know things happen, but the same thing, if you UFC guys, I used to, you know, when you wrestle, if you do like mixed martial arts type thing, man, you're used to tumbling around. I mean, it's like, you don't, I mean, like, as a boxer, I'm saying, come on, man, like, y'all make the sport look soft as shit when you do stuff like that. You know, when Bernard Hopkins got dunked by Chad Dawson, he laid there like he was damn near crippled, and, you know, when Roy Jones hit him on the back of the head, he's falling all down and, like, acting like he's so hurt. And I mean, you know, look, things do happen in the ring. Yes, we know. But the same thing, when Hopkins got thrown out the ring, I remember back in the day, some dude did, like, push Hopkins out the ring, but, you know, the last time he got punched out the ring, and he turned his back completely, was ignoring the referee's count on purpose. Ben Whitaker, man, he's landing on his back. He got back in the ring, and I'm looking like, nah, man. I just had that cringe feeling, because I really didn't see anything that happened where he should have been that hurt. And if it was his ankle, he's landing on the mat like he just got suplexed and got splashed by Kamala or something. I'm like, nah, Ben, come on, man. That's it. But that's what it looked like to me. Now, more than anything, it'll probably be a rematch between the two. And if he finally can just dust this guy off and move forward, okay, I guess you can call that redemption. But in terms of, you know, stepping up, fighting the very top dudes, you know, it's like you got to keep making those waves. But this right here just looked bad. You know, yeah, I mean, I didn't see his ankle. So I don't know. The picture I saw, his ankle didn't look swollen to me. But as far as the fight goes, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes things happen, like I said. But it looked to me like when they were on those ropes, that Ben Whitaker purposely, because he was the one on the ropes, like he leaned back, like he was the one pulling, and then tried to toss my man out, looked for a way out the fight, and then came up with the ankle excuse. Now, I always liked Ben Whitaker as a fighter. And I'm saying what I'm saying because that's what I saw. To me, when I look at that shit, I don't see where he got injured. I did the same thing with Bernard Hopkins, kept rewinding. I'm looking, I'm like, man, he went straight back. His ankle never clipped the apron coming down or nothing. He would have made a better excuse saying his back or he hit his head or something, like, you know, definitely landed on his back. It went for the ankle excuse. And I feel like the ankle is because, well, I can't stand up. If I can't fight, I can't put pressure on my ankle, then I can't stand up and fight back. So I believe that's why they use that excuse. But I don't know, y'all. I didn't see any ankle injury. I just think that he got more exhausted than he expected to get. I think he thought he was going to blow through this guy, and it didn't happen, and the guy put up a fight, and he hurt Ben Whitaker, and I think Ben Whitaker just felt like, you know what? Fuck, man. I think he was getting discouraged, and the first opportunity he got to do something to cause that fight to end, he did. That's my take on it, man. I don't care how much I like a fighter as a fighter. I'm not going to make excuses up. I really failed to see where he really got hurt from that little tumble outside the ring. Like I said, man, I mean, we done scrapped and fought on damn cement and was brawling in bed. Like, are you shitting me? You know, and I have a different mentality. You hit me low, I'm gonna hit you low. You elbow me to do something, I'm gonna do it back to you. I'm not gonna, you know, call to the ref to help or nothing. No, I let my corner do that. I'm coming to the fight. You're not gonna intimidate me. You're not gonna do dirty tactics. I'm gonna just take it or pretend I'm gonna fall the bottom. Like, nah, man. Nah. But these guys are built different now, man. They're built different. I mean, you had quitters at all eras. It ain't like, you know, I mean, Oliver McCall was a dude. He was just a weirdo, man. Like when he quit against Lennox Lewis, and he had the nerve to say, "If I got the right to quit, if I want to quit, something that's my right to quit." Like, what are you doing, man? You know, but like, it is what it is. I mean, look at what happened with Danny Garcia, you know, a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, fighters come in the ring and just, I don't know, man. But, yeah, me liking you as a fighter is not going to make me make excuses for you. And I'm going to close this video by reiterating, I think Ben Whitaker looked for a way out and he found it. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. I'll catch y'all sooner than later with some more boxing talk.